All right, what is up, guys? It is Uncle Bob, and welcome to the channel. Welcome back, guys. How's it going? Happy Saturday. Oh, what a day. It's great. It's a great day. It's a good day. Saturdays are always just best days. Let me switch my headphones around just so that way I kind of have my hoodie on only one arm right now, just so that way the side with the microphone on, it's not right there. But yeah, we got the car running tonight. We got the heat on a little bit, so if you can hear that rumbling in the background, my bad. But right now it is, I think when I checked maybe like 30 minutes ago, it said that the air temperature outside where I live in this particular Chicago suburb is 2 degrees Fahrenheit with a negative 16-degree wind chill. So that is a difference of 18 degrees between the actual air temperature and the wind chill. And anyone who lives in anywhere that has wind chill will tell you that the most dangerous part of wintertime around here is always going to be the wind chill. Anybody who deals with bitter cold, the wind is always worse. The difference between the air temp and the wind chill is always the determining factor. It can be 6 degrees outside with like a 0-degree wind chill, and it feel more pleasant outside than on a day where it's like 37 degrees above freezing, but with like a 20-degree wind chill. You know, the wind chill could be higher in temp than, you know, a colder day. But when there's that difference in temperature, for some reason, that's where it gets you. Doesn't really feel like hey, you flip back. You get back there. It doesn't really feel like it's that bad if the gap between the air temp and the wind chill isn't too bad. We'll raise the volume back up. My volume doesn't work as good as it once did. But anyway, happy Saturday to anyone and everyone that finds this. We're just going to chill a few minutes before we get started. Just kind of unwind, enjoy our Saturday night, chill. And in about 10 minutes or so, maybe a little bit more, I'll get started and actually play the map. But today is mission 11, Kanbei's Error. So we'll see how I do with this map. Hopefully everyone enjoyed their week this week. Hopefully everyone had a good one. It was week 2 of full-on peak season, which is, you know, waking up for work at 11:30 at night to be at work at 12:30 in the morning. So, you know, after work, when people see how disheveled I look walking into a gas station, I'll be like, listen, I had to wake up so early for work today that it wasn't even today when I woke up. And that's usually a way to put it to people where they're like, oh, wow, that is awful. That sounds like the worst. And it can be. I tell you what, though, when that paycheck hits your bank account, it does not suck nearly as much. I tell you what, it does not suck nearly so much. But I'm definitely tired. My body is definitely tired. My feet are, whoa. The one thing that I want to get when peak season is done and over with is to pay like $50, $70 and just go somewhere and get someone to actually massage my feet. Obviously, you know, make sure everything's cleanly beforehand. Shower up, make sure the feet are, smelling nice and pretty. But I'm just going to let someone go to town on my feet. And, when you work a manual job and you get a massage, you always look at them, like at the staff, and you're like, all right, listen, I need a dude with the biggest, meatiest hands here. That's who I need. And it's not like the women who work at massage places, actual massage places, no happy ending bullshit. Like, listen, if I pay money to go to a massage place doing manual labor, I need an actual fucking massage. I don't need a happy ending. I can do that my own self. Like, I need you to do the thing that I can't do. And when you get a woman, at least with my body type, I am not very tall. I'm only 5'6", but I'm 225 pounds. I'm built like a brick shithouse. And, women can give a massage. Like, they can. The problem is that, usually when you get a massage, your face is down on the table and you can't see the person giving you a massage. But, like, obviously, you'll see the worker come in as you start. But it's funny for someone that's, bigger, like my body type. Even though I'm short, I'm still big. And I'll feel, this woman, whoever the worker is, I'll feel them going. And never fail after maybe like 5 minutes, 5 to 7 minutes, you'll feel a small gap, and then you'll feel a different set of hands pop in. And usually if you get a chance to look, at least for me, is usually a dude at that point. And at that point, especially if they're going on your back, it's like, all right, now we have Mr. Meaty Hands over here. And then it's all good. Because, like, if, again, like, maybe this is just day labor people speaking. You need someone with man strength if you do man's work. I know everybody makes the joke about, what's going on? What did I get a message saying? Oh boy. I'm not gonna lie, I cannot tell what you posted to me because my phone is kind of cracked and I can't see. All I saw was something about running a train, and listen, I have no idea who you're talking about or who you're talking to. But whatever you say, Chief. Early 2010s, Jesus Christ. But yeah, no, when you work a labor job and you need a massage, you need someone with like real strength to dig in to shit. Like, you really need someone to, you need them to destroy you. And, the only women who manage to do it are the women that know how to utilize their elbows. Elbows can be a godsend. Those things can tear into your back like anything. Oh. But yeah, I hope everyone's doing all right tonight. Took me a little longer to start recording, a little longer to start playing. Let my son stay up for a little while longer. Finished drinking my Scotch whiskey. Listen to Black Sabbath, Never Say Die. Going through every album that Ozzy Osbourne was the lead vocalist of. So at least for a little while after this, every week, it'll be on to Ozzy's solo career. There will be a Black Sabbath album thrown in there way further down the road. But yeah, next week I will finish off the bottle I got, listen to Blizzard of Oz. It'll be a good time. But yeah, I've been doing peak season over at UPS this week. And peak season has been rough. It has been rough. Just the amount of packages, the amount of work. Being on my feet for double the amount of time every day, it's just, it can really wear on you for a while, after a while. Especially when you got some managers that, I don't know, man, I don't need to be competing with these people because they have something to prove, because their mom didn't hug them enough when they were little and their dad never told them that they loved them. Like, I don't need all of that when I come into work. Because, like, was it... I actually don't know if this was this week or it was last week. It actually might have been last week, like last Saturday, where normally where I work, I do what's called, in our warehouse, push pulls, which is just you're standing on a spot where a conveyor belt is going towards you and you're either pushing things to one end or pulling towards you just to separate the things that go to the different area. So I'm basically touching and moving and handling every package that comes past me. So I will lift and move more packages on a daily basis than any of the people that are loading into the delivery trucks. But I will take that anytime over overloading those brown delivery trucks. Those trucks suck. I hate them. My shoulders are already wide enough where I can barely, like, once the packages start, filling up the truck, I barely have enough room to just stand and turn and move around in there. So it's not for me. The delivery trucks I can load the semis. I can load those. Those are just fine. Those have more space, more area. I don't feel as claustrophobed. We're good. But the delivery trucks, I'm horrible at. And it sucks because, both at this warehouse and the other, because it's mostly the same kinds of jobs, I can basically do everything. I can unload the semis, that bring in the product. I can sort, like, to the warehouse. I can sort within areas of the warehouse. I can work on the belts. I can work, I can do tape ups. I can do the small parcels. I can handle bulk equipment. I can do everything except the goddamn brown delivery trucks. And it sucks because that's like the one thing. Somebody's wondering what I'm talking about. Just listen to what I'm talking about. It sucks when you get supervisors who they do shit and expect you to make magic happen. Like, there was a supervisor that, when I worked at the old warehouse, he worked there for just like a minute. And then he moved to this place. And I never saw him. But he didn't like me back then. And now that I've had to work under him again, he still doesn't like me. They had me working somewhere, and they bring me in to load 2 trucks that were both like 400 packages apiece, which is like double the amount that's usually in the brown delivery trucks. And they had me start doing that, two 400-piece trucks, after like a third of my day is already done. And this supervisor comes in and starts telling me how he's going to write me up because, you're not working quick enough. You have new employees that are working faster than you. I only gave you 2 trucks. They both have 3 trucks. This is unacceptable. And I'm just like, dog, one of my trucks has as much as they have combined. I don't know what you want. And yeah, just, sometimes you got to compete with the supervisors, with their childhood because, mommy didn't give them enough kisses. So now they make it your problem when you come into work and they act like they're still being fucking neglected by somebody. But, oh well. All right, I'm done ranting about work. And some dude in the comments was already talking about apparently running a train on me, which is, that has not happened. Only threesomes I've had is with women. It's actually one of the benefits of having two girlfriends in the past that lived with me. Now, like most polyamorous people, none of us were exactly the most attractive, but but I'm not either, so it's all just uggos. All right. Time to play. Let me load this up. All right. Let's see. Superior number of bases, but they really just outlasted you, father. Okay, I'm going to call her Sonia, because Sonia sounds... I don't mean to be one of those liberals and be like, that sounds racist, but like, Sonia. It's like, no, it's probably just Sonia. Father, stop the whining. You're the yellow comet commander, for goodness sake. Yes, you're right, I am. What should I do? Well, first of all, we obviously need to match their number of bases. Oh, I remember what mission this is. Kanbei must have bases. What is this? Kanbei must have bases too. Why does he talk as dumb as Andy is? It is decided. Kanbei shall secure bases near the enemy. Doesn't he realize that the proper location of bases is just as important as numbers? All right, well, this is about capturing bases, so which means you know exactly who we got to use. Kanbei's error. All right, Kanbei's got us surrounded. On top of that, we have to seize properties to win. Looks like things are going to get rough. But look, this time we have an airport. This is what I mean. What is an airport again? Someone feed this kid bleach. Airports let us deploy air units. Plus, damaged planes and copters can go there to recover HP. Oh, okay, got it. That's cool. But isn't that Kanbei's base right there? Don't worry about that one. Take a close look. That base deploys ground units, right? Well, it's out there in the middle of nowhere. It's completely useless. Let's ignore that one and capture some other bases and cities. We need to capture 15 properties to win. Okay, let's take a good looking gander as to how this is going to go here. Okay, how far can you go? All right, you are not a worry to me at all right now. 4,000, 4,000, 4,000. All right, let's get another infantry. You capture that. And then you stay there. And that's why we did not land yet. I don't like that. That's going to make him... Alright, let's just do that. Look what I found. A base for Kanbei's troops. I shall deploy a mountain of troops from one base. That is... That's dumb. That was, in fact, probably the dumbest thing you could have done. Okay, Alright, just get rid of him. Just get rid of him. Just get rid of him. Okay, that's dumb. And of course, because Kanbei's troops are already a little stronger than they otherwise should be. I feel like I'm going to still lose this fight. It's fine. Already dropped the cargo. Turn the cam on. Alright, fly up here. Fly up here. Good, just keep whittling them away. One, two, three, four, five. The only thing I should have to compete with is this island right here. They need 7 more, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I basically just gotta... Okay, I see the way this goes. Did I not hit you? Okay, I feel like I'm doing this mission wrong right now. Alright, we're going to restart this map. Take the L. L is taken. I have lost. Game got me. Alright, let's try this again. Alright, might as well make it a mech. Alright, let's try this again. Let's try this again. Because I want nothing popping up on this base here in the middle. Okay, most excellent, most excellent, most excellent. Capture secure. Capture secure. All right. That's crucial damage. That's crucial damage right there that I need. You are in the most useless position you could be in right now. I cannot believe you're so useless right now. Ah. All right, do damage to his copter. Because this extra base here is actually, they're trying to deter me from it when they were talking about it, but this is in fact the most crucial. Like, this is the one that matters the most here. Numerically, that one's the difference maker. That's fine. You can do that. You can do that. All right. Smack him for some more damage. Okay, let's... All right, we decided. That's how we're going to do it. 0. Get that bitch down. Fuck out of here. Fuck it. Do 1 damage. Do 1 damage to him. Beautiful. We take those. We take those. All right, start capturing. Okay, you can do that. I don't think that's about to get you anywhere here. I don't think that's gonna help with what you need helped with. Really? You have delayed the inevitable slightly. All right. Pop them like cherries, baby. Pop them like cherries. All right. Capture. 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 One, two, three, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. This is going to kind of be a slow battle right now, I feel. I feel like this is... I feel like I stopped him from winning, but I have not allowed myself a winning option. At least not quickly. Okay, Jesus. Okay. Whatever route I want to take, I guess. I feel like I should have done that beforehand, but whatever. All right, let's battle copter it up. Yep, that's it. This is way beforehand, but this basically seals it for me. Sweet. All right. Not gonna lie, this is kind of an uneventful map after the last couple. But it's fine. Whatever guarantees victory. Yeah, I don't believe there's 3 more for them to even gain. Yeah, that's it. Sorry, I'm having to, like... Only got 1 contact on right now. So I'm having a little bit of an eye battle. But it's what happens when you're poor sometimes and you can't afford fucking proper glasses or proper contacts. All right, let's bring up the choppers. All right, wait, what can I afford? Hmm. All right, this is going to be... Okay, I can't move. All right, might as well hit the tank. Why not? Why not? Just chip shot. Chip damage. Okay, no, it can only hold one. There we go. Okay. No! Ah, that was supposed to be a bomber. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. All right. He's done. Nice shot. Nice shot. You know, this little island here, this one, this is the actual property that you need. The rest of it is what actually don't fucking matter. blow you away. Cool. One captured. Two captured. Next, in 2 turns, it is over. Oh, you're so lucky. I'm so dumb. You're so lucky I'm dumb. All that money and not a goddamn thing you can do with it. There's only one left, and you're about to get gunned down. Executed. Eliminate every unit I can. Do damage. I just want to do damage. I just want to inflict pain. All the damage to you, none to my guys. You'll spread them out. Listen, whatever you say, Chief. Whatever you say. What a horribly useless base. Yeah, it was useless for you. It was not useless for me. That was what I needed. Ah. I like how both Blue Moon and Yellow Comet have one commanding officer that's like, what? This is dumb. Their goal is not what you think it is. Stop being stupid. And next will be Sonya. And I win. And still in A rank. So far, still, there has only been one map in which I have done worse in ranking-wise. Everything else, I have finished either the same or better. I accept this. Hell yeah. Alright, that is going to be it for... we're just going to restart the game. I'm not even going to listen to whatever it is that Drake is about to say. But hell yeah, guys, that is it for map chapter mission 11, whatever it is. That was a good one. That was a good one. It was honestly, it's one of the maps that I remember the most from my first playthrough. I don't know why, but that mission just, for some reason, was really memorable to me. And that one was fun. Maybe it was just Sonya who was saying that base was useless. It was useless to them. It wasn't useless to me. Because once I had that captured, they could no longer, have anything long range, take pot shots. The island could be unguarded. All I had to have was something on top of it, which was a little risky at first, but ultimately it ended up working out in my favor. So, like as with the last few maps, it has taken some trial and error. I did it the first time and didn't take that base, and I just, maybe if I would have picked the right, I could have won, but I'll take the L on that one. Ultimately got the W. I'll take it. Woo-wee. That was a good one. Just gonna relax a few more minutes and then I'll get out of here. Trying to get this fucking jacket sleeve off. But yeah, if you're just tuning in now, if you're the only one person that's in here, go ahead, rewind back. I'm already done with the map, so that's going to be it for the day. But if not, just hang out and chill for a few more minutes, and I'll get out of here. Shouldn't be having to take Zyrtec when it's a fucking 12 degree below zero wind chill outside. I don't know what that is in Celsius, but it's fucking balls below zero one way or the other. That's all I can tell you. Hoping my roommates at some point come out. Or not roommates, my neighbors come in and park their cars. Because I would like my car to be on the end of our neighbors. Because sometimes in the morning, they can lag a little dick moving their cars. Granted, they're never like super late, but still, it can take them till 8, 9 in the morning to move their cars, which, if I'm blocking people in the driveway, especially other people who live in the other apartments, I try to make sure that, the parking ban is from 2 a.m. to 6 a.m. So pretty much by 6 a.m. on the dot, I'm usually trying to move the car. So I'm hoping he pulls it in at some point soon. I haven't even looked to see where it is. I think it's back on the street. I could call mine in, but I don't feel like doing that right now. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll... Jesus. But yeah, I'm ready for these last couple weeks of peak season to happen and be done and over with. One more full week and then a half of another week at least. We'll see how long past peak season or past Christmas peak season lasts for us. Usually is just dependent on, just how the economy's doing. Because, after Christmas, it's basically just all returns. But, The only way you're going to have more returns generally is if you have more people buying more product before Christmas. So I think not last year, I think it was like 2 peak seasons ago at my old branch when like Christmas happened, and then I don't think there was a single day after that, not even one, where we had peak season hours after. I think it was Christmas and then it was over. Because nobody was buying shit, because that was during the height of, Biden's inflation. Which, obviously, inflation was something that was being felt by the entire world after, dealing with COVID, which was a global event for a couple of years. So, everybody had to reel it in a little bit after that. You're going to expect to feel some growing pains. That's to be expected after a real big event like that. But, on years like that, peak season will be done, right afterwards. When it's, some years, peak season went until like right after New Year's, so you got almost an extra week out of it with all the returns you were getting. So we'll see how it ends up. I'm still getting, 2.5 really good, really excellent paychecks, and that's what I'm excited for the most, because, that's the reason for working 6 days a week during peak season, is so that way it's all fucking overtime. Because when it's UPS, anything after 25 hours for the week is overtime, or your 6th day is mandatory overtime. So Monday is, even if I didn't work that much at all during the week, Monday is always going to be extra money. Obviously, when it comes to hourage, for that 25 limit, I hit that by the time Thursday hits, because my work week starts on Tuesday. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. After that, everything else is overtime. All of Friday, all of Saturday, and then when I come in on Monday, since even though there's a day off in between there, since I'm a Tuesday through Saturday person, that next Monday it's just counted the same. So it is going to be a good next couple of checks. I've been looking forward to this all year. The only thing that sucks is how your body, like I was talking about before, before I played the map, everything just hurts more. You're on your feet for double the amount of time, so everything hurts much more. I haven't had to, but I've been tempted on taking some pain medication here and there every once in a while, just because, when you work a really physical job, what a lot of people don't get is, like, if you ever have to take painkillers, I wouldn't say most. Well, if by most you mean more, like above 50%, like the literal majority, I would say a majority of people, what is it? I would rather take ibuprofen than Tylenol, even though the two active ingredients are different. Ibuprofen will, because it targets like inflammation and swelling, that for a lot of people who do physical labor work is more important than taking Tylenol and just getting like raw pain relief. Like the raw pain relief is like when you like you hurt something, like you hurt something. But when it comes to like just the work and the aches and just the regular run-of-the-muck stuff, you don't really need like raw painkiller for that. What you need is for the swelling to alleviate. Because the big way that you hurt yourself long term when you work anything physical is not your initial injury. Because a lot of times the way injuries, like long-term injuries happen is, you know, let's just say let's just say, we'll start it at the very tip. Let's say you really just, my job, you're supposed to wear steel toe boots. Let's say somebody was out there not wearing steel toe boots like they were supposed to. Dropped something on their foot, boom, broken something. Toe. But even if it's not broken, just bruised, hurt. Something was dropped on it, ouchies. A lot of times, maybe dropping something for, well, no, that's still swelling. A lot of times for me, the ibuprofen will help more because what I need is to make sure that while I have that injury, I'm still moving my body as close to as regular as I can get it to move. That's what I need to do. Because of, like I was saying, the biggest way that long-term injuries end up happening is because, you fuck up your toe. And then because you're favoring your toe too much, you end up hurting, if it was your left toe, one of them, doesn't matter which, you start walking funny, and now next time, it's your right ankle that's hurting. Just because you were overcompensating for your toe hurting, so now the pain's gone to your ankle. And then because you compensate for the ankle, now your knees start to hurt. Then it goes to your hip, and then your back, and then your shoulder. And then, you can feel a lot of these pains travel through your body over the course of months if you don't, not even allow for proper rest. It's just making sure that, like one of the things that I used to do is, how like when people lay on their side, you'll have your elbow, on the bed or the ground, and you'll make a fist and then just go to sleep resting your hand on your fist. Or you'll have your hand open and you'll fall asleep just holding your hand. You fall asleep like that, especially at my age, that's going to hurt the fuck out of your wrist. Because you'll have been supporting it something pretty hard the entire time you were sleeping, and you wake up and it's strained. And, you got to go into work. Your big thing is like, okay, well, I got to make sure that I'm working my body as close to my normal range of motion the way that I would normally work. Because overcompensation when you're working is the devil. Because that's where a lot of the further injuries start happening. Is just because, obviously, naturally, when something hurts, your body wants to work away from the pain. It doesn't want to work into it. But it's got to be your job to make sure that you not like power through it, because, some people can take that into levels of retardation that are unfathomable. But it's more that you just have to make sure that you're working, even if you're working slower, you want to make sure that you're lifting correctly, you're moving correctly. Do not overcompensate, because once you start overcompensating, you run the risk of really like long-term, I guess it could take years, but, making an injury that should take only, a week turn into like 8 to 12 weeks. Just because you overcompensate, and now that pain travels through the rest of your body. But, all right, that's it. I'm done. I've been talking too much about nothing at all. I will be back next week for Mission 12, and we'll just keep this train rolling. It has been fun, as always. Next week, like I said, I will be finishing off my bottle of Johnny Walker Green or Double Black, and then I'm gonna listen to the first solo Ozzy album, and then come slay people. So, you know, let him ride on that crazy train. So, till next time, guys. Peace.